So these are a couple more of the Parliament manuals that I wanted to show you. So this is 1856. So this is one of the later ones. So this is an 1856 standing orders, and this is actually by Hansard. So this is Henry Hansard. I thought Hansard was the main publisher, but apparently it was that Votcher and Sons who were the main publisher and the more professional presentations, and they're the ones that have got the preliminary proceedings in them, and not just the proceedings in Parliament. Hansard was actually meant to be the lesser of the main publishers. He was only meant to be like one of his publications were not meant to be as professional or accurate, and Parliament didn't actually originally use Hansard as much as the other publishers. So these actually are meant to be less official than the Votcher and Sons. So this is Private Bills Standing Orders and Other Matters, 1856. And this is in permission. So this actually was ordered to be published by Parliament because it's got permission of the Speaker on it. There's the standing orders for the House of Lords in there as well. Index to standing orders. Right, so the public matters are here from page 97. So standing orders for the public matters only had these. It had like bills respecting religion, trade, application for money, pecuniary penalties, and here are the petitions. So here are the actual petition rules, but then it goes on to members, places, and strangers. Prayers, letters to the Speaker, so that's pretty much it. That's all that the public business had, but the petitions are definitely in there. So 1856, that's only about 14 years after the public petitions rules were introduced. So these are the fees in this one. So these are the fees for private bills, and then these are the fees, general fees. So we've got like for every day which the committee of the whole house shall sit in a private bill, but then we've got for serving any summons or order on a private bill or matter, riding charges if on any private bill or matter, for every order of the commitment or discharge of any person, for taking any person into custody for a breach of privilege or contempt, for taking any person into custody for any other cause. So that suggests that it doesn't have to be for private bills, it can be for public matters, right, for any cause. For every day on which any person shall be in custody, and then riding charges per mile anyway. I think there was this is for every certificate which shall be signed by the Speaker. So it was £1. So that was like a certificate under the Parliamentary Papers Act 1840. So it would have cost you £1. So it was actually a service. And then for copies of any documents in the office of the taxing officer. So there were some charges for copying of documents and things, but I don't think there's any charge for public business for copying of documents. We've got the Freedom of Information Act now anyway. I'm pretty sure if it's in the public's interest and if you're not for profit, like in the rules for private bills, that you don't have to pay the fees for getting copies of information from the government anymore. So this one's earlier. In fact, this one is a Hansard one, and it's from 1801. So this is one of the earliest ones. This is even earlier than that other book that I've got, this 1801 book. This, I don't think this has got the fees in it. So I don't actually know if the fees were only introduced after the 1822 version or not. I'm not sure. But these, as these are presented, there is, in this 1922, so in 1922, there isn't a proper differentiation between public and private business. It's all just general, because like religion and public money are the ones that appeared under the public business before. So there definitely isn't really much differentiation between them. But there's a lot more. These orders for all these different things are a lot more detailed in resolutions of the House and things. They definitely started to abbreviate the orders into shorter paragraphs and summarise everything. This is all for navigations and turnpike roads. So here we've got divorce, public money, trade and religion. They were usually, later on, they were put on the page of public business, but in this one, they're not actually identified officially as the public business. They're just in with normal, they're just standing orders generally. So these things later on were put on the page for public business. Actually, hold on. Yeah, here, so look, standing orders relative to public matters, and we've got religion, trade, public money, pecuniarily, presentation of public petitions. So those religion, trade, and public money were in with presentation of petitions under public matters. But in here, in 1801, there's no differentiation between public business and private business at all, right? We've just got these. So there are no presentation of public petitions rules. So this is before the Parliamentary Papers Act. And there are no costs in here either. I don't think that they'd... See, there's an advertisement for John Hatsel's Presidents and Proceedings in the House of Commons book here, right? There's a advertisement for it. There are no costs. So this is by Hansard, who wasn't regarded as the main publisher, Vocher was, in 1801, and it doesn't have any costs. And here's Hansard again in 1856, and Hansard has got the costs in. Hansard's got the costs in here. So I thought that's quite interesting.